Bare lige byde jer velkommen til AI Day 2025.
I'll start that again. This episode of the RetailWire podcast is brought to you in partnership with AI Day. Making the headlines recently is Amazon's push towards automating hundreds of thousands of roles. I want to start with that topic, and I want to introduce you, Jakob.
Yep.
So if you can tell us all a little bit about yourself and your work in the retail space.
Yeah, well, I work with PenSupPay. I've been with PenSupPay for 5 years as head of sales and head of partnerships. We're mainly online based, so we work with web shops and e-commerce stores, but a lot of our merchants have physical stores as well, so they're omni-channel based, a lot of our customers. But yeah, we've been working with e-commerce stores for, I'd say, 10 years now, so we know a little about the space.
Okay. So in your opinion, what do you think the shift to automation looks like, and how do you think it's going to play out in the next few years?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think the switch to AI and automation, because there's no automation without AI in my opinion, is basically that we're going to see a lot fewer people working at these stores and web shops and e-commerce brands, because the support roles and warehouse management is also being automated. So you're going to need a lot smaller team to manage a larger business than we've been used to beforehand. We'll also see basically people-less stores, so stores without any people working in them.
Yeah.
We have one of those in Aarhus where we're sitting right now, but we also have a large company called Pool Shop, also in Aarhus based. They've automated with robots their entire warehouse, which has changed the retail scene in Aarhus very much. They have a store in Copenhagen as well, but a really interesting case of automation.
Yeah.
and how that can affect the way that we see retail in general.
And what has the response been from the customer side, but then also from the workforce side?
Well, the customer side doesn't seem too affected. We see the elderly in Denmark is sort of concerned. They're concerned of losing their jobs and maybe not being as useful as they've been used to be.
Yeah.
But the younger generation in general really picks up on AI and automation and just uses it and learns it as much as they can to be useful going forward.
Okay. So as technology reshapes retail operations, what skills or strategies will separate brands going forward?
I think that must be data-driven decision-making in general. So I think the brands and the companies are willing to use data to figure out the next decisions.
Yeah.
And doing a lot of pilot testing. So finding, let's say, 10 different topics and just testing all different topics, you'll quickly find out.
Yeah.
If you look at the data, what works and what doesn't work for you, and then scrapping the things that didn't work quite quickly,
Yeah.
and then investing hard into the, let's say, 3 topics that work for your business, and then doing it all over again.
Okay.
So I think the companies and the web shops in our space who does that will be winning,
Okay.
and the companies focusing more on short-term sales will be losing out, because they lose the opportunity to figure out and get better than their competition.
Okay. So going slightly on a segueing into LLMs, right?
Yep.
So brand discovery is now shifting over to, with ChatGPT announcing that you can make a purchase directly on ChatGPT. So what's your perspective of how brands can stay ahead of that curve? And what can they do to be discovered in the spaces where it's going to be relevant in the future?
Yeah, it's a really interesting discussion and conversation about AI, because we've been really into SEO for a long while, and learning how to optimize for Google, and learning how are we going to be ranking number 1 in our space, to have the customers visit our website and then or our physical store down in the city. But I think it's swapping over to how do we get liked by ChatGPT or ranked number 1 in ChatGPT if you prompt it a specific way. A good example could be, let's say, I would like to find the best jewelry store in Aarhus. If you prompt that to ChatGPT will find, let's say, 3 or 5 or 10 different options for you. But we are not as good yet to figure out what do we need to do in order to rank number one in ChatGPT.
Yeah.
Also in terms of ChatGPT Atlas, it's so new and we're not aware of how exactly to do to get liked by the AI of ChatGPT Atlas yet.
Yeah.
So I think, again, back to the decision making and testing a lot of things, looking at the results, and then implementing the things that work and scrapping the things that don't, and just keep rinse and repeating that process.
Yeah.
I think that's the way forward, because we don't know it yet. We just try to. One of our theories is storytelling is the way to go.
Yeah.
If the AI can mirror the prompter's story to a story we've told, we hopefully will see that they will prompt us as the ranking response, because we have a story that mirrors the one just been told. Yeah.
There's a recent interview I did where the expert mentioned how LLMs are very context-based, whereas if you're purchasing on a platform, then it's very factual-based. So do brands all need to move over to a lot more storytelling on their websites itself directly, so that they can compete in that space? I don't know.
Yeah,
we don't know.
It's a really good question. We saw a very interesting move from ChatGPT integrating into Shopify now with Atlas.
Yeah.
So online and also all the Shopify point of sales customers who have physical stores, you can now shop directly through ChatGPT for all the merchants using Shopify physically and online.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's basically an integration game and just keeping yourself updated on everything that happens, so you don't lose out on any opportunities you could have had. But I think in terms of factual or storytelling based, it's always been important for customers to mirror themselves in your brand and in your story. So I don't think that will ever go out of style. But I think storytelling is getting more and more important.
So on that note, what would be your one piece of advice for a retailer or brand right now?
Yeah, I think the most important thing you should be doing right now, in my opinion, is basically staying updated and just testing. As Nike said it, just do it. Just do a lot of testing with AI, automation, also in terms of loyalty. Just set up a lot of things and then get a lot of feedback. Figure out what works, what your customers like, and then be really agile. So move quickly on these different things and figure out what works for you.
Brilliant. Thank you, Jakob, for joining us, and some great insights there.
Yeah, thank you.
All good?
Yeah.
Brilliant. That was a great one.
Perfect.